Hey everyone, how's it going today? Um, so reminder, this is a journal, so sometimes I do talk about my personal life. Um, One thing to know about me is I'm a very private person. Um, I'm an introvert. Probably, yeah, I prefer it that way. Um, but this is a way of me being able to open up. Um, I don't have to see anyone's faces. I don't have to hear anyone. This is just a chance for me to let go and um, me trying to open up and not be such an introvert. Um, I don't know if it's helping since I have no videos out on YouTube yet except for my intro, and that's going to be changing as of the 1st of October. I'll start doing 2 videos a day, trying to keep things updated. A couple things happened today that made me really take a look. One caused me a lot of stress, and one was made me feel uncomfortable at first, and then I got thinking about it. So, um, the first one was a patient whose husband was a former student, and she wanted so she had been taking pictures of my boss and his family because um, they really helped her and her husband out, and I I thought it was cool. But then she came and wanted a picture of me, and my anxiety went up, and my barriers went up, and she wanted to take a picture of me, and I said no. Uh, I don't like my picture being taken. That's kind of why I'm doing this, is trying to get away from it. But after thinking about it, what she was wanting, I need to open up more to people. I've always hated my picture being taken, um, and it's not easy for me to for people wanting to do that with me. It's very weird because it just doesn't feel normal. So I think next time she comes in, I'll ask her if she still wants one. If she does, I will consent to having my picture taken with her. It's really kind of weird, but it's not my place. Um, the second thing that happened today was I got a call from VA about a patient. I sent in his paperwork actually, it was about a week ago today, and nothing. The VA lady told me that they didn't get the paperwork, and that I could only go through 2 routes of doing it. Faxing, which honestly the VA fax system royally sucks. I'm not the only one that's complained about that. And the second one is through a program that when we signed up for this new program, we were supposed to receive training. Well, I never received any training, and I let her know that. And at that time, my anxiety was rather high, and I lectured her because I was getting frustrated. And then the patient called. And he wanted to file a complaint with me saying that I lied. He wanted to talk to my immediate supervisor. And I talked to him, and I was able to talk him down, explained everything to him, told him that everything I've been doing is the truth, and hopefully it's satisfied him. Tomorrow I'm going to call this program hotline and have them train me on how to upload the authorizations and everything through the program. That way something like this won't happen again. You live and you learn. That's one thing that we need in this life. Now, I try and consider myself a reasonable person, and I try to keep a cool head. And yeah, I fail at it. Just like everyone else, I'm human. We all need to treat each other better. I should have treated that patient or the VA person better. I could have treated the VA patient. I tried my best to treat him with respect, and I'm hoping I did a good job. I mean, I was able to talk him down, and he bailed. He needed to leave because his well, I can't reveal too much information. I don't want to get a HIPAA violation. But we're all human. That's the most I can say, is we all have our flaws, we all have our weaknesses, but we just need to do better in how we treat each other. So, with that being said, shall we get a quote from the scriptures? Let's see. Which one should it be from? Let's see what just opens up in the Old Testament. Ezra. Yeah, let's try that one again. It's talking about the donations for the temple. Here we go. So it will be in Numbers chapter 30, verse 2 and 3. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth. And we'll add number 4 because it's also pertinent. Her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bound her soul shall stand. Well, that reminds me of growing up. One thing my dad always told me is that a man is only as good as his word. Now that we live in the under the covenant of the New Testament, we no longer follow that Old Testament stuff. But a man's word is still a man's word. You tell someone that you're gonna do something, you better do it. And if you tell someone you won't, don't. That's really the only way to really trust people, is how well they are at keeping their word. So, well, with that being said, it's time to call it a night. I still have my personal scripture study to do. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully with better news. I hope you all take care. We'll see you tomorrow.